What's up? What's up? What's up, my people? Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Bliss Pickup. Usually it's the film breakdown edition, but it's just the Wednesday edition right now. Listen, man, off-season madness. It's been a little madness. I don't know if y'all been in spaces, but it got a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it over here in a few. Also, the AFC pecking order. I'm gonna get thoughts and what we think the Dolphins stand in the AFC East, not AFC, just AFC East pecking order. We're gonna see where they stand in the pecking order. Plus more, we got a lot more for y'all. It's gonna be turned today. I hope y'all get your popcorn ready. Y'all, if y'all saw the thumbnail, it's literally a fight card. So make sure y'all get y'all popcorn ready. It's going up. But before we turn this up real quick, let me bring up my co-host real quick. Lou, what's
Man,
good, Lou?
Tone, what's good, dog?
Yo, what's happening?
Tone, I couldn't believe something you said before. You were
Hold on,
talking
give me a
about
second.
when. Oh, okay. Well, what's good, y'all? I see everybody in the building. Raphael being the first one.
Oh,
Salute. King Mill, I see you in here. What's good? Billy, Mark,
take it and
what's
close it.
good?
I'll come back and get after them.
Oh, Mike Best, what's good? Is the finisher just pulling up?
Oh shit,
Two
I
in
ain't
here, stand
on
up.
mute.
Yeah. But no, Tone, listen. When you started the show, you highlighted that on Wednesdays we
Two in
over
there
here do the
stand up.
yeah, absolutely. And you were mentioning about the film breakdowns on Wednesday, Tone, right?
Facts.
Okay, cool. Now this film breakdown might not be as long as the other ones, right? But Tone, you got us.
Hey, listen.
You received the package yesterday,
Hey,
right?
listen. Hey, listen. Not only did I receive APAC, I received both of them. Like my impatience, prompted me to order another one next day, pay the extra $50 just so they can ship it next day. And turned out both of them came at the same time.
Now
But
you're talking
let
about
me
the
show you.
super box, right?
Hey, listen, man. I don't know
Okay.
what if y'all see this. I don't want to put the name on there. You know what I'm saying? This thing right here, right there. Let me give you a quick breakdown. Yeah, it finally touched down. If you know, I've been waiting on it for almost a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, matter of fact, for that Super Bowl. Listen, let me give a quick film breakdown. That's the deal. I'm sorry to tell you. You know how some people in certain things that they do, they hype it up, and once you get to it, Trey said here's this drop too. Shout out Trey.
Hey Trey, just know we up.
We up.
Baby.
I'm putting the word
We
up. We up. Usually they hype things up and they be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's one of those. It's one of those. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, so quick story. First thing, soon as it touched down, right? He said he hit yesterday. Soon as it touched down, first thing I do, I hit my boy Lou up, right? Hey Lou, remember my initial thought was I was gonna go ahead, grab a super box, put it in my room, see how it worked out. Then I was gonna put it in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Just for my brother to have one, right? So I get in and my brother was like, man, don't put one in there, man. I don't want to hear all that records time of morning. He said, don't put it in there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just leaving it here. So it took down. We connected. Boom. Booted up. Start running all the movies, all the TV. I'm talking about every channel in the world. I'm like, God, dog. I'm talking about, just like he said, state to state, local channels, state to state, cable channels, everything that you want on there. All the movies, all the TV shows, everything. You know what I'm saying? At that point, yesterday, was it yesterday, Lou? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Yep.
Yesterday they had a bunch of NBA games. My brother, like, you know what I'm saying? He like putting in his parlays and all that. So, but I'm like, hold on, Lou, watch this. I said, I go get my brother. I'm like, yo, Chad, come here. Check this out. Now, mind y'all, he said, don't put it nowhere. I say, check this out. I go to showing him all the details. He said, you got that right there? He said, yeah, go ahead and hook that up in the living room. Hey, Lou said, Tone, I thought you said your brother ain't one in the room. I said, I thought he didn't want either. That boy watched me boot it up, showed him a couple of episodes. Man, that thing fire. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all know what we're talking about, listen, Go is worth the money. I'm telling you right now. Don't ever pay for cable again. It is worth the money. Shout out to Lou putting us up. Well, shout out to Marino's Goat putting Lou and them boys up on, and then putting all us up on after that, man. Oh, Trey.
Hey,
It's gonna
Trey,
be
hit me up. Yeah, light me up. Yep.
all you need is it's more. It's more, but all you need is really two. You know what I'm saying? And you good. But listen, Lou, you know what I'm saying? After that quick breakdown, once again, man, that thing is fire. That not pause. The Super Box is fire. You hear me? But listen, let's get into the show. Listen, we got if y'all saw the thumbnail, we got a little
Trey,
offseason Matt.
Trey, I'll hit you in the DMs, Trey.
Yeah,
I'll hit you in the DMs, Trey, for
we
that.
got you, Trey. Hold it down real quick. If we got a little, you know what I'm saying, offseason madness. Zach Wilson get a little spicy. I don't gonna say if it's spicy. I'm gonna see what my co-host think about if it's gonna be spicy or not. I don't know if y'all seen the fight card. Now I want to apologize to my co-host. I had him I had him on the wrong pecker order on the fight card. I was rushing. You know, I was trying to get all the ins and outs of the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? That I forgot to put the correct pecking order on the. Obviously, I know my co-host and Omar Kelly is the main event of this card, this fight card that we about to have right real quick, and then it would be Tua and not Tua, no, it'd be Brian Flores and Christopher Greer, and then Tua and Zach Wilson. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little spicy. But without further ado, Lou, listen, man. I'm gonna say y'all the best for last. That's how they do for the last. So let's get into the Zach Wilson Tua conversation. It was going up on Twitter, X or whatever you want to call it. Zach Wilson said he don't view himself as a backup, and one of the main reasons for him coming over here because he wanted somewhere that he could go that he thought he would have an opportunity to be a starter. So based on those, I guess sentiment, not even based on his own words. That's his own words. Well, how you feel about that, Lou? Zach Wilson feel like he coming over there and have an opportunity to be a starter.
Well, first of all, right, like what he said, how he views himself, he don't view himself as a backup. He views himself as a franchise guy. I love that. Right?
From a mindset,
I don't know
right?
if it's going to turn out for him or not, but the attitude, that mindset, I absolutely love. Second point to what he said, and to your question, like, again, I don't think he's coming in and walking in the door and beating Tua out. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to say there's a true competition. But
no,
when I listen to Zach Wilson, right, Tone, and he says that, it's the fact of, if you're a quarterback in this league, and let's say you want to resurrect your career, or you're just a backup at this point, or whatever the case may be, but you want to get onto the field, so hopefully, yeah, Dre's been on his tour. Hey, man, listen, I get it.
Sean, what's up, my boy?
Sean, what's good? But if you're a quarterback, Tone, right, a quarterback trying to resurrect your career, or just as a backup, you want to get on the field, because maybe it doesn't happen in Miami, but maybe if you get on the field, you could put tape, because virtually you're auditioning at this point for every team in the league. Where else would you want to be a quarterback to do that in Miami? Because all Tua has shown you, Tone, is Tua's great. Shake, what's good? No, you good. What Tua has shown any backup quarterback in the league, if you come to Miami, you're going to get on the field. I mean, am I lying?
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Tone, you said we were turning up tonight.
That is a fact. I ain't gonna lie. I see you about to turn up early. But that is true. When you come over here,
you're going to get on the field, right?
Yeah, that is right.
So at the end of the day, bro, listen, my answer to that is real quick. I love the response of how he views himself. And absolutely, I agree. If you're auditioning, right, there's no other place you'd rather be than in sunny South Florida, because Tua is going to give you the opportunity to play.
God, talk it. Sean say Vegas put out win total odds and had Miami / Tua at 8.5 and the Patriots and Drake May at 7.5. Already? That's the second segment of the show, Sean. But dang, I didn't even know that's there. Oh, look at Mike Best. Mike Best said, "Enough with the Zach Wilson praise. That fool sucks. Can we please stop this?" Okay, cool. Since you wanted, we're gonna turn up early then. Listen. What Lewis was saying is true. One thing we do know is coming over here, it's an 80, let's say 88, maybe a 90%. And it's a 90% chance. 90% chance the backup quarterback is going to get some playing time. And for that, there's like a 60% chance the third quarter, the third string quarterback is going to get some playing time. So any quarterback that's out there that believe that they have the potential to be a starter and still think like they're a franchise quarterback, this could be a place, if you want to go a place that you have weapons, that it seems to be one position away from at least making a playoff run. I'm not gonna say Super Bowl contender, but making a playoff run, barring injuries, right? And this could be a place that the people like that see somewhere that they could come, and 88 to 90% chance of playing as a backup. Any backup quarterback is taking it. So that's one point, right?
Absolutely.
Now we see. I want to say that. Hey,
True was good. Say you drinking that Cuban drink, rum and coke,
I'm
baby.
drinking rum and Red Bull. No, listen. But listen. The second part about that is Zach Wilson, right? As soon as we drafted him, I'm like, I hear Lewis was the first one. Be like, hey, Tone, now he got the skill set, he got the arm talent. He's not limited in no way when it comes to physical traits. Cool. Got that. It's all upstairs for him. It's mental, processing the field. Not letting the moment get too ahead of him. Those type of things. But one thing I said, and we got to keep it real over here, bro. You got to show me. I'm not just going to be one of the people out here. Right. Hey, the potential there. Mike McDaniels could work with him and things of that nature. Okay, cool. You still have to show me. So I'm not going to praise him. But what I'm not going to do is, right, I'm not going to act like I'm blind to the fact of the history of quarterbacks that come out of the Jets in the past 10 or 15 years. So think about that. Not only Zach Wilson, but what's the dude that went over there to Sam
Darnold.
Sam Darnold, right? Sam Darnold. He was over there. Before him, you had Buddy that's over there in
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, right? Well, no, it was Sam Darnold, then Geno Smith, or Geno Smith before Sam Darnold. Either or.
It was Geno, then Sam. Or no. Yeah, it was Geno, then Sam.
Geno, then Sam Darnold, right? Okay, cool. Whichever order it was. Both of them. And then after those two go, you see a Super Bowl caliber quarterback, goes over there to the Jets, and he looked. How much better did Aaron Rodgers look in the Jets uniform than Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, and Zach Wilson? I just want people to explain that to me. How much better did he look over there? So when I look at it from that type of from an objective standpoint, and just look at it from the outside looking in, I'm like, hold on, we need to sit back and be like, okay, cool. I'm not going to even call him trash. I'm gonna say what I seen in the Jets when he was over there at MetLife Stadium. Trash.
It's trash. Right.
It's trash. Let's be realistic. Now, what I do like about this is that Mike McDaniel, you have an opportunity because everyone is down you right now, including myself. I'm not going to even lie to you. I got a little bit of doubt. Listening to some of the people takes, going back and paying attention. We got to know if you could develop a quarterback. Because when people catch on to Tua, when they caught on to Tua's trick and the looking off and all that, things of that nature, he didn't look so good. Now, let's not take out Tua has to do better. Tua has to be better. I've seen him draw up plays, which was my defense of him. My defense of Mike McDaniel is, when we put on the film, there's people running wide open, and Tua just missing them, right? And that you've seen that frustration. See, now just go look at that frustration when he threw that interception at in Houston, right? But go back before that. What game was it when he was just standing up there looking like there?
I believe that was the Thursday night in Green Bay.
And he was like he was mesmerized, not even mesmerized. He was in awe, like he was dumbfounded, basically, that he was still making those type of throws and those type of decisions. And you should be past that, Tua, especially after getting that contract. But to keep it even Q, Mike McDaniel, when you understand that your players, these are your job, your players do not, and more specifically the quarterback, he said, hey, every game is a moment like that. Shout out to Trey. It's your decision your job as a coach and as the evaluator of this team to understand the limitations and just when your player doesn't have it. Like, you know what? I have all the confidence in the world in him. I have all the faith in the world in him. I just trusted him to the top. I gave him everything that he needed to succeed. I am a polar opposite of what he had with the coach before me. And you still are going out there not watch. No, I don't watch. I'm sorry, sir. I really Poupart. No, I don't watch him. So, I don't. So I can't comment on what he said. I mean, I'll get. Oh, he did give me Cliff Notes. Sorry. Let me see what he say. Tony, did you watch the Poupart and Perk show the other day? The other day where Perk, I guess where Perk said that McDaniel basically told Tua to not throw to the second read. He only threw the first read on 90% of throws. Only? That's not an only. You can't put an only in front of throwing to the first read 90% of the throws. If he said that, I'm gonna say that's speculation. But you know what? I was saying something. I was on. Shout out to my brother Pete. I was on Pete's channel earlier. Okay, my boy outside. We outside with it. I was on my brother's Pete's channel earlier, and I was trying to break down the importance of Andy Reid in the maturation of Patrick Mahomes' development in the NFL, which means playing in structure, not only out structure. Playing in structure. Mo said, shout out to Mo. Mo in the building. Mo said we need that audio, man.
Hey, man.
But the importance of Andy Reid to show Patrick Mahomes, because he admitted, his own self admitted that he wasn't that good at reading and processing field. Processing defenses. He wasn't. He had to work on that. He was more, that's why you seen the wild plays and him scrambling off platform, extending plays. That was his specialty. That's what got him the wow look, But when he learned how to win from the pocket and win in structure is when you saw the constant Super Bowl wins. He wasn't no longer losing to the Tom Brady's. He wasn't no longer losing to the Joe Burrows in the playoffs. He started beating them guys and got those Super Bowls, right? So that's what we need to understand when it comes to Tua and Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel, it's cool to protect himself from himself on key and important situational downs, like when the two key in the last Super Bowl that they won, the Kansas City Chiefs won. Emmanuel Acho broke it down. Injury cut half of the field off of Patrick Mahomes. Simplified the game, gave one of his best plays, and said, "I need easy reads. Either here, if it's there, throw it. If not, make something happen. Scramble for it." So let's not act like Tua is the only one. Mike McDaniel is not the only one doing that to Tua. But 90%? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That is ridiculous.
It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy to think that he has to tell you. Now, you're going to have all the Tuaneers, because I know people like when I be on side of Tua, because I know how to present a great argument on either side. But the problem with me presenting a great argument when it's on Tua's side or anyone's side for that nature, right?
Oh shit. Mo saying that's cap.
What part is cap, Mo? What part is cap? Please tell me what part is cap.
Hey, Mo, keep your foot on his neck.
Yeah, keep your foot on it. Yeah, Mo. Stand 10 toes. Unless he was talking to somebody in the chat. We might be jumping
that could be true. My bad.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is when I have to keep it 10 tone with everyone. So when I point out the good, he said that 90-10. The 90-10. Okay. Hopefully it is. Okay. He said only Tony, you're missing the key word. So the thing see now, Andrevius, when you say this, that part, I could go to my old booklet before the Dolphins gave us anything. I have some plays, and Lou can attest to this. And everyone, they 7 toes, Trey say 7 toes. And everyone in the chat can attest. When I was breaking down films on Wednesdays, how many times did I stop and say, Lou and Alex? I was like, Lou, Alex, can y'all just tell me what everyone else is doing on this play? You remember? Walking, lollygagging, jogging. It looked like it was predetermined who was getting that ball. It looked like they already knew it's either him or bust. So there are plays like that, but 90 would have been crazy. So I don't know about that part. But Lou, to wrap this all up, right?
See the homie Sean.
All I know is Tua is 100% of the game.
Talk to
Shout
him,
out to
Sean. Talk to him.
Hey, oh my goodness. So the thing about it is, when I present my argument to Tua is, bro, at the end of the day, when things are not there and it has to be broken down, you got to give me more than once, twice, 5 times in your career. You have to give me more than 5 times in your career. So I'm not even tripping on people that saying I'm tired of them and you know what I'm saying, we ready to move on them. Now, Zach Wilson, on the other hand, can we do what we do for everyone? And you know what? I'm not going to ask us. For me, I'm going to give him a fair shake and say, based on the history, all the quarterbacks came out of that in the last 10, 15 years, they looked completely trash. Now, we have seen Geno Smith, we have seen Sam Darnold, and we've seen Aaron Rodgers. We've seen all of them in different uniforms. And need I say, every last one on look night and day. Mm-hmm. Then from when they're in a Jets uniform, then when they're in the other a different uniform. So let's just see. Well, did Zach Wilson play in Denver? Did he get any playing time in Denver?
Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Sparely, if that. I don't remember. I think that was Bo Nix the whole season, if I'm not mistaken. He might have came in here and there, but no.
Okay. So let's see. So let's see if I don't know how, I want to see how he looked over there in Denver before I could, give my I see. Okay, I knew they were gonna come. He said Zach Wilson already played for another team. No, he didn't. He was on there. And then he said, I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. Sorry. He said got beat out by a rookie. Dre, we know how the NFL works. They drafted that rookie. What, he was 12th overall?
12th overall, I believe.
Let's stop it. Talk about he got beat out by that rookie. That rookie was starting anyway. J.J. McCarthy was already named the starter before he got that injury over Sam Darnold. So all I'm saying, and we see what kind of season Sam Darnold have. So miss me with that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm not expecting Zach Wilson to come in here and wow us as far as playing from structure. You know what I expect? When we go to training camp, we see him launch a ball 80 yards. We all get wild and enamored by it and be like, oh man, wish we had that with Tua. And I'm gonna be sitting back really evaluating him and say, well, how many throws you think he's gonna make like that per game? 2, maybe 3? That doesn't wow me. We're going to see him scramble and maybe make a play with his legs and get down the sideline, and we're going to do the same thing. Wow. Oh, man, we're going to get enamored. And I'm going to sit back, and my evaluation to be like, well, they going 50, 60, maybe even 70% speed. So let's wait to see if he's doing it in regular season. Now, we have seen him in regular season, so he does have that ability. But all I'm saying is, for me to give him an opportunity to say he's going to put it all together, I'm going to have to see it on the field. I'm sorry. I get it. People want to get excited. I don't want to move off a tour that bad to where I'm going to be blindly and say, well, Zach Wilson is the man all of a sudden. He possessed all the tools. Yeah, he did. Some quarterbacks can win in spite of. Some quarterbacks need a coach. Now, what I would say is this would tell me more about Mike McDaniel than it would tell me more about Zach Wilson. And that's all I'm trying to say. It would tell me more about Mike McDaniel than it's going to tell me about Zach Wilson. Because he possessed all the skills that you need for you to make him a successful quarterback. And we've seen it happen before. And you're supposed to be this genius? Show me, my brother. Mike McDaniel, you're on the clock too. Show me. Now, if he put him in positions and he just missing throws, okay, cool. I'm just, hey, that's gonna be cool with me. But what you say, Lou, about the Zach Wilson? I don't know if you feel like he.
Well, again, I don't know, bro. Like, what else can we say? People say if you say anything good about Zach Wilson, people say he's not better than Tua. No one's saying that. People
Right.
say, oh, he's going to play, or you think he's going to take his job, or that, like this right here, right? And again, no shot. My man has hairs. I'm old enough to remember Tyler Huntley having a mid game and a few scrambles. This fan base went crazy just for him to level out, I guess, below mid the next game, laughing out loud. And again, right there, that is a true statement, right? But that's also the same fan base that watched Tua throw 4 touchdowns in a fourth quarter comeback against Baltimore and thought the next game he was going to do it again, and
Mm,
he ain't done it. You see what I'm
mm,
saying? There
mm.
was another comment earlier where, let me see, potential means we ain't did shit yet. Again,
That's a fact, Trey.
factual statement. That's a fact, right? The guess what though? We're going into year 6 with Tua, and we're still talking about his potential.
Mm, that's a
So,
fact.
what's the difference? Is all I'm saying, right? I said it the other day with Zach Wilson in this Miami system with these weapons. I think we can all agree Mike McDaniel is a better coach, or at least an offensive mind, than anything the Jets have ever had, right?
Yeah.
So again, if he can figure it out from an attribute standpoint, Tone, you were basically saying it. He has everything we want. He's more mobile. He stays more healthy. He has a strong arm. Again, no one is saying he's better than Tua or he's going to take Tua's job. The fact of the matter is, though, he's more of an unknown at this point than Tua Tagovailoa is. We know what
Right.
Tua is. We know what
Mm-hmm.
Tua is.
Mm-hmm.
There might be something in a Zach Wilson, and we just got to see if it works out.
Well,
It
some
is
would
what it
say we
is.
know what Zach Wilson what he is too, but
Right, but
I'm
we don't
glad.
know. We don't know what he is with Tyreek Hill, Devon A. Chain,
Yeah, and a
Jalen Waddle,
competent
Mike
quarterback.
McDaniel.
I mean, a
We don't.
competent coach. Yeah.
We don't know what that looks like. We know what that looks like with Tua. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
Okay.
all
Right.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Billy Batson. I'm glad you brought another thing that we tend to get enamored by. That Zach Wilson balled out in the preseason. So what? What did that quarterback we had a couple years ago? Boy was the preseason champion.
Skylar Thompson.
Not Skylar Thompson, the one before him.
Oh,
Oh
damn!
my
What was that
God, what
dude's
is his name?
name?
But y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that dude was the preseason champion every year, but we know he was in the regular season.
Tone. I'm
Reed
sorry.
Senate. There you go, Sean. Reed Senate. Boy was the preseason.
Right here, keep cooking them. And
Oh
I just want
wow.
to say, and I just want to say again. So Crypto says Lewis is trash. Keep cooking them, Tony. And Crypto, I just want you to know, I know the area code and phone numbers to the people in the Bahamas. Don't make me go get that boy. Don't make me go get that boy. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me make that call, Crypto. What's his name? Frank the Tank. You want me to go get Frank the Tank?
Yo.
Tone, you know
But
I'll
yeah,
make that
so
call, Tone. I'll call
hey,
Frank
don't
right
do
now.
it. Someone please. But listen, what I do want to say, let's not get enamored about even True Fit fans said his name about these off season, these preseasons. Let's not get enamored by that. Please, y'all. For y'all sanity, mine's gonna be already intact. But for y'all sanity, please, they call him Frank the Tank. Please do not get blinded by preseason play. We need to see it in regular season. Facts. Where Lewis went at? Oh, you still back. Okay. Please. So I'm telling y'all right now, don't say I didn't warn y'all, because I know we like to see a little glimmer of hope and we go crazy. Like, let's not do it. Please, y'all. Let's not do it this season. Now that Lewis gone, let me go. Now, secondly, while my co-host is gone, let me ask a question. I want y'all to put this in the chat. Can y'all tell me, what do y'all think the pecking order in the AFC East is? Who y'all think finished first? Who y'all think gonna finish second, third, and who y'all think gonna finish fourth? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's getting pretty interesting. It's looking pretty interesting in the AFC East right now as we speak. Matter of fact, you know what I want to know? Forget all that. Oh, Bills, Patriots, Jets, Miami. True, true fan, true fan, fan 3. God, Miami last. And then right after this, and Dravis got Fins, Patriots, Bills, Jets. Boy put the Bills in third. Bills, Pat, Dolphins, Jets. Sean said that. You mean your co-host? Game Boy
Hey,
Bill.
hey, Tone, can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, my bad, Tone. I got a phone call. Frank was calling me. Frank the Tank called me and said, "Hey, Frank called me, Tone, and was like, hey, y'all got a problem over there? You want me to come up?" I told him, I said, nah, Frank, hey, don't worry about it. I got crypto. Don't worry.
Hey, y'all are crazy. Listen, check this out. Before I move forward, we got. Let me see what we looking at, y'all now. Let me see what. Yo, we got 38 of y'all in the building right now. Shout out to y'all in the building right now. Let me see. Let me see what them lights at. What them lights at now? Y'all make sure y'all hit the lights on the way in. We got 18 lights. Come on, y'all do better than that. Y'all can do better than that. Hit that like on the way in. And if not, hit it on the way out. But listen, man, get them lights up. Listen, I think we were one away from 460. Remember, while we got y'all in, if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Get the fellas to 500. April 7th is the 100 episode. So we're trying to hit that 500 mark before April 7th. So listen, man, we appreciate y'all. One trick pony to it. So we appreciate. He said, hit the dislike. Booties, man.
Hey, man, listen, whether you hit the like or dislike, it
Y'all
helps
like
the
it, dislike
algorithm.
it, whatever.
It helps the algorithm either way, man.
Yeah,
so,
we have 459, so please get to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we can at least get to 460. Maybe get one more subscribe before we get up out of here. But listen, man, try to get the fellas to 500 before that. April 7th is on the way. What, we like a week and a half away? So, yeah, man, let's see what we got. But
hey, Shake Money, don't do that. Nobody will hit the like button if you say that.
Crypto, hey, crypto was turned up, I tell you earlier. But yeah, Lou. So I had asked them, we had a couple of them. The pecking order in the AFC East, Lou. Matter of fact, let me get mine first, because you went first before. I'm gonna be real with you. Obviously we got Buffalo the rest. Obviously we got Buffalo. Now the analyst in me and the person that I'm just breaking down the game and I got to keep it 100. That person was like, man, we haven't seen them on the field yet to put anyone over the Dolphins for that second position. Haven't seen it. But the realness in me and what I see, where I see this team going, and what I would like to happen this season going on, I don't know. I think the Patriots are. Shout out to Sean for putting that in earlier. Even Vegas got them one game behind us. I don't know if Tua goes down this season, and Zach Wilson. Oh, if Zach Wilson plays a bunch of games, Duff will win the division. Whoa, hot take right there. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I am by the slimmest margin. I am keeping the Dolphins at the second place. But I'm telling you, I reserve the right to change my idea before the regular season starts. I'm going to change my mind before the regular season starts.
There goes 7 toes Tone right there.
And put the Patriots at number 2. Right now, I'm telling y'all right now, at the slimmest margin, the Patriots have been doing, listen, Lou, they already had a pretty good defense last season. You know? So, adding Milton Williams, and don't let them, and Landry, I have wrote it down. How Landry the third. 2 key additions on that defense. We already know about Christian Gonzalez. If they get somebody like Travis Hunter or even a Will Howard and get 2 shutdown corners, Corey Davis,
I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Yeah, the
I still got
fan
the Jets
base.
last though.
I'm talking to everybody right now in the fan base, Tone. Y'all a bunch of damn hypocrites.
Hey, Tony say to Tony H putting his flip flops and getting them ready was crazy, right?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
Crypto say Pats, Bills, Jets, Dolphins. Okay.
Right. And all I know is everybody in the fan base is a bunch of damn hypocrites. All
Elaborate,
of them.
my brother.
You want me to elaborate? I'm glad you
Elaborate.
asked that, Tone.
Yes, sir.
When the Dolphins make a move, this is the fan base I talk to the most. And you know what all I hear? Well, it's on paper. They got to prove it. They got to show me.
That is true.
They got to do this.
That is true.
Now, all of a sudden, I'm seeing, well, the Patriots spent $100 million. I'm seeing, well, the Jets did this. I'm seeing, well, guess what? None of that shit matters. Because like I know, right? There's things I know. I know the Dolphins haven't been good enough to beat the Bills, right? That's a fact. I know.
Yeah.
I know the Jets and Patriots haven't been good enough to beat the Dolphins on a consistent basis, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. How the hell am I going to go?
Well, they haven't. They consider when Tua's starting.
Again, that's fine. Well, whatever it is, right? Yeah. The fact is, why would I put two teams that on paper might be better than the Dolphins?
What two teams?
I'm saying the Patriots, or well, maybe not the Jets, but the Patriots, right?
Let's say right.
The most money. Okay, how am I supposed to put the Patriots right over the Dolphins just because what they did on paper? I'm not saying that they're not better. What I'm saying is for the fan base that always cries that we are the paper champions and we haven't proven nothing, it's hard for me to believe now that all of a sudden, oh, they're the best team. Nah, bro. Again, that's the hypocrisy in this fan base.
Yep. So don't worry about the fans. I got y'all, man. Y'all know. Listen, y'all know. I tell him
he can try. He can try.
I told you to stick to. So let me correct you on two things. First of all, on paper, mine's was I said I got them one game behind them. You know, I got them eerily close based on paper. So my take was, the true analyst in me is going to say I haven't seen them on the field yet, right? But let me give you a couple of more facts though. One fact: Tua has over 80% chance of not playing the full season. So the Patriots and the Jets might face a Tua-less Dolphins. They have beaten that team. The Jets, I'm sorry. The Jets have beaten that team, right? Let me give you another fact. Tua has yet in his career.
The Jets have beaten who? Wait.
The Dolphins. The Dolphins without Tua. Without Tua.
Oh, okay. Well,
actually, they beat him with Tua. I'm sorry, Tua was that this year too when they beat him. No, I wasn't. I'm sorry.
No, he wasn't. Okay.
Hold on.
Right. No. But
and they killed us with Zach Wilson.
They killed us with Zach Wilson. Right? Cool. Your whole premise is the facts you're laying out is when Tua hasn't played, right?
Right.
And you're making it seem that's why. So if Tua, you're making it so if Tua doesn't play, well, let me give you another fact just to stay on what you said. You know what happens if Tua don't play, Tone?
What?
We got a backup quarterback that has beat Buffalo twice.
That is a fact.
Zach Wilson. So why are we all sitting around like Zach Wilson can play? He's done something our starter hasn't done.
Yeah. 25 lights and 44. That is a fact. Now, that's why I say, I didn't even bring Buffalo in his equation. You remember? He also, he struggled against the Patriots as well. You remember it took the Patriots beat them. You remember the Patriots beat them. Neither one of them could do that. They took that punt return for the Patriots to beat them. It was a walk-off touchdown for the Patriots to beat them. So he struggled against the other. Now, I'm talking about the Patriots, right? So my second fact, right, is Tua has yet in his career, not once, have he beaten a Mike Vrabel head coach team. These are facts. So we want to speak facts over here. So I take that into the equation as well. That's why I say I put them really close and say, because I'm going to look at the whole.
Well, again, Tua hasn't beat Mike Vrabel as a head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Right.
He hasn't faced Mike Vrabel as a head coach of the New England Patriots.
Right.
So I don't know.
But the New England Patriots got, so who had more talent on that team? Will Levis coach Tennessee Titans?
You didn't say the team. You brought up Mike Vrabel. I'm saying I don't know.
But I'm talking about Mike Vrabel. I'm talking about the team that he beat him with now, because now you switch to the team.
No. I stayed on the head coach. You said Tua has yet to beat Mike Vrabel, and I
Mike
said
Vrabel,
yes,
right?
as the
Right.
head coach of Tennessee. We don't know
Okay.
what Mike. Again,
So,
we don't know
hold
what
on.
Mike Vrabel's going to be in New England.
That
We
is
don't know
true.
that.
But now you see what you did. You added in the caveat of the team that he was with. So now when you brought the team scenario in, he beat him in Tennessee. I said, well, let's look at that team he beat him in with Tennessee. You know, because we can forget about the Ryan Tannehill when they had Derrick Henry. They beat him with Will Levis. He beat him with Mayo, man.
That again, I don't know nothing about that. I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking about the head
Mike
coach.
Vrabel, though. That team was coached by Mike Vrabel.
And again, maybe that team responded to Mike Vrabel maybe different than that New England team. Maybe I don't know. All I'm saying is, as of right now, I don't know what that New England Patriot team is. That's all I know.
What you do know, though. Well, let's talk about what you do know. You know when Mike Vrabel has coached the team, albeit Tua hasn't beat that team yet. That's what you do know, though. So you're going on, I don't know. I'm going on what we do know. And we know when Mike Vrabel coached the team, Tua hasn't beat him. And that was two separate quarterbacks. Two different running backs, two different. The team was almost
again, Tone. But what I'm saying is, okay, that's fine, right? You are with Mike Vrabel. Fine. Okay, cool. That's a fact, right? Tua's never lost to the Patriots. So now that Mike Vrabel goes over there, maybe Mike Vrabel's in for a rude awakening because Tua
Mike Vrabel never lost to Tua, though. So maybe Tua's in for a rude awakening.
So now basically we're at a push then.
Not really, because now when you
what
at a push, right?
It's the same.
Hold on, you at a push. Well, who do you like Drake May better than Tannehill and Will Levis?
I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about the teams.
That's part of the team.
I was talking about the teams. I don't know. Again, I don't know what you're talking about, Tone.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, because I know there's a couple of Dolphin killers over there. Because we didn't even get to, now he coming off injury. We didn't get to stuff on Diggs. How he light us up every time he sees us.
There you go. Dre got it. Dre got it right there. That's what we're in a route 2025 right there.
Okay, unstoppable force versus an immovable object concept. Okay, cool. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Oh, look at True Fin fan says Mike Vrabel is a defensive player. I guess coach. He was a defensive player and a defensive mind. Oh, okay. So he was a defensive player and a defensive minded coach. He has Tua's number. We might disagree, but 0-3 is 0-3. I don't know. I'm just saying.
And that is bro. No one is debating that. That what I'm saying is we already established Tony's on that side, Truth and Fan is on that side. 0-3. You cannot debate those numbers.
I thought it was. What's the third loss? I know he lost.
Well,
to
no,
Tennessee.
0-2. I think it's 0-2.
Yeah, I know he lost to Tennessee twice. I don't know the third loss.
But I get the point. 0-2, right? Whatever it is. Okay, 2 is 6-0 versus the Patriots.
Yes.
Okay, so again, we're at a push.
Okay.
No difference. Now we got to see what in 2025. All I'm saying is, all I know is when the Dolphins sign a player, it's wait and see, because we don't know what that player or coach is in the Miami Dolphins. That's what I've heard from y'all. That's the fan base's logic. So if I'm going to use everybody else's logic, then I gotta take a wait and see approach in New England. Now I like some of the things they're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a fact.
I like it. What do I know? How do I know that they're gonna now, because they signed Stephon Diggs and they got all these moves? Now all of a sudden they're gonna win 12 games. I don't know that. It's possible, but anything's possible right now. May 20, 5th, 26th, something like that.
Oh,
anything's possible.
Hold on, he might be right by 0-3. No. Yeah, because he lost on the Brian Flores when they beat the heck out of us up there in Tennessee in that rain.
Yeah, 0-3. Yeah.
He 0-3. Yeah. Because he lost 2 years back to back.
No. Because Mike Vrabel wasn't the head coach last year when Tennessee beat us, or the year before, was he?
No, it had to be last year because the year before he was. The year before is when we had the collapse.
Did we play Tennessee this year?
So it had to be last. If he wasn't there last season, then it's only 0-2. If he wasn't there last season.
Yeah, no, he wasn't there last season. It was
okay. So it's 0-2. It's still 0-2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's 0-2.
But what you were saying now?
No, again, bro, all I'm saying is they're paper champions. As of now, they
Yeah.
look good on paper. We don't know what it is. I'm going to take a wait and see approach. And until otherwise, the
Oh yeah, and
past
Tua
couple
didn't even
years,
play that Tennessee game. Great point, Mo.
and,
Tua
and,
was
and, and absolutely. And besides that, bro, again, until someone
oh
knocks
Trey said it too.
we, Tone, we can't win the AFC East without taking Buffalo out of that spot, right?
We
So then
can't.
the Jet, no, what I'm saying is we haven't been able to win the division because we
No,
can't knock
no,
them out of the number one slot, right?
that's a fact. Yeah.
Well, the Patriots and Jets cannot jump us then because they got to knock us out of that number two slot, is all I'm saying. And
Well, the
until that
Jets have
happens,
beaten us, so I don't. I can't really say
again,
that for the
no,
Jets. I
again,
don't
when the
think they
season
can.
ends, who's
We
the
number
number two
two.
team?
That's a fact. Yes.
Until they're
Yes.
number
Yeah.
two, I'm not saying they're better than us.
I respect that. That's you can stand. That's a fair point. A 100% fair point. All right, man. Now, enough of this friendly banter, man. Time to get into the fight card. Time to get into the main event of the evening.
You already know, boy. I am so ready, Tone.
So, Lou, you are infamous for calling me seven toes tone. You like for people to stand 10 toes down. If you say something, stand by it. If you mention something, don't hide behind it if it don't pan out. If you tweet something out, don't backpedal on your tweet. Talk to me about this Omar Kelly thing and these tweets. One tweet, he was 100% sure, and he said, and I would say quote, but didn't he say something around the lines? I would not let y'all lie about what happened in that scenario. Didn't he say something about that in that tweet?
Well, Tone, you said that I named you seven toes Tone,
That
right?
is a fact.
Omar Kelly has 1 foot. He has 5 toes. That man, that man came out, and I'm sorry, Tone, but again, it's me versus Omar. Check out the thumbnail. Tony did a great job. Y'all should hit the like button just for the thumbnail,
This on not
right?
alone. Matter of fact, let's see if I can upgrade.
The fact of the matter is, how in the hell does Omar Kelly come out on Twitter and put out a tweet that says, and I quote, I'm not going to let y'all lie about this situation no more, blah, 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 about Brian Flores and Tua Tagovailoa. In the original tweet, he says, and I quote, the ultimatum was made from Tua. Tua walked into that front office and told them it's either him or me. That's basically saying it's either me staying here or Brian Flores staying here. Take your pick, right? When I read that, I'm like, oh shit, that kind of makes sense, right? Omar's doing the right thing. It's stuff I already knew, but Omar's doing the right thing. Come to find out, Tone, this dude about 5-6 hours later comes back on the same app that he put that original tweet out and says, well, to clarify, because I'm getting immense pushback from people. It maybe wasn't Tua, it was probably his agency. Now, Tone, this is where a guy like Omar Kelly should, I would never say he should be fired.
Y'all, there's
I
too
would
many people in
never say
Vegas.
that. The fact of the matter is, for that man to come out and say he's going to change his story now because he's getting pushback, he's getting blowback. Let me explain something to Omar for maybe him to understand. A person like me, you can't feed me that bullshit and I'm going to believe it. The man said, originally, Tua said me or him. Then you turn around and you say, well, it's the agent of Tua. Well, let me help Omar out. Who does the agent work for?
The player, hands down.
Do you think that the agent is going to be saying things, putting things in the atmosphere, going to the organization and saying him or me without Tua knowing?
Not
Without
not not a
Tua,
chance. Not a
without Tua
chance.
giving the. This is what I'm saying, bro. This fan base is so naive to the fact, bro. In every situation, in every scenario, this team has done nothing, Tone, but lie to us, straight to our face. And we got people that believe it, and we got people that don't. Thank God for me, I'm one of the people that don't. Bro, they blow smoke up your ass. This whole thing with Brian Flores, oh my God, he was so mean, he was this, he was that. So let me try to explain for the people, right? We got 41 in the room now.
Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Get the boys to 500. Hit that subscription button.
Absolutely, right? Now, Tone, there's 41 people in here. Now, imagine, Tone, right? If I was treating all 41 people in this room, I was treating them the same. I was treating them great. But all of a sudden, I'm treating you, Tone, like dog shit. Now you can come out and say, well, damn, Lewis, why are you treating everybody around and everybody you see good, but you treat me like shit? Because that's what they said Brian Flores used to do to Tua. The problem is, Tone, when you hear.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would tell you to step in my office and close the door behind you, but I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, Tone, what I'm saying is, right, at the end of the day, if people that had the opinion that it was Tua getting treated bad by Brian Flores, when you listen to Xavier Howard on the dive bar, right, and Xavier Howard says, well, the thing I enjoyed about Brian Flores and I liked about Brian Flores the most was he would hold everybody to the same standard. He held everybody accountable, right? We've heard Jerome Baker say it. We've heard AVG say it. We've heard all kind of players say the same thing. That's where, Tone, a person like me, I have a problem now. I don't give a shit if Brian Flores is telling a player because they're not playing up to standard or playing good enough that he has a problem with that. Or if he treats everybody the same, cool. I don't need my head coach kissing players on their forehead on the sideline. I don't need my head coach grabbing asses and kissing babies on the sideline, right? And this is the ironic part of the whole thing, Tone. In these Twitter spaces that me and you be hosting and be in, right? What do people say all the time? Well, all I want is a disciplined head coach. Mike McDaniel ain't the guy. He's too soft. He's too that. It sounds like a bunch of people want a guy like Brian Flores. The problem I have is those are the same people that ran the man up out of here.
That's a fact.
Those are the same people that didn't want him here, right? When Omar Kelly, right? And this is where I'm going to start jabbing a little bit. Bro, grow a pair of nuts. Nah, Tone, because the problem is people like me and you, or not so much you, but me, they'll be like, well, Lewis, you're a flip-flopper. No, I'm objective, right? But I don't give a damn who the hell it is. Tua Tagovailoa, Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel, Tony himself, or now Omar Kelly. I'm going to tell you what's up.
That's a fact.
I'm going to tell you what's real and how I feel. I'm not going to sit here and go on YouTube, say something and be like, oh, well, the next episode, you know what I said, I don't know because I got pushed back and now I got to change. Get the fuck out of here. Like, who are you lying to, dog? I'm tired of being lied to. Omar Kelly is a fraud. And bro, it's just, Tone, I know you've seen his face. Bro, he's a fraud. This team is a fraud. We wonder why this team is a fraud because the people that cover it, the people that are running, they're all frauds. And what happens when you have frauds in the building? There is going to be a fraud organization from top to bottom, from players to coaches to front office to the people serving the lunch to the beat reporters asking the damn questions. You know I'm saying, bro, I'm tired of it, Tone. But yeah, that was the situation. And I know you haven't really addressed it. I would love to hear your thoughts. If I'm off base, Tone, tell me. But explain to me or anybody in the chat, tell me where I lied.
And that's the thing. Well, Truth in Front, you were more than welcome to come to the tailgate. You know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't gonna just jump on the boat. You know, that's some groupie kind of activity. I ain't even meet you yet. But you put up at the tailgate, have a few beers, and then you know what I'm saying. You gotta meet the boys before we just jump on the boat like that, my brother. But listen, dude, this is what I will tell you. But you're more than welcome, Truth in Front. Come pull out that tailgate. Come get a drink with the fellas. Listen. What I was saying, and I'm glad you keep the 10 toes down, you do, because a lot of people in this fan base. Now, because I was reading the chats, and they was like, and Javier was saying that we was kind of horny when he said that, and then we got mad when he switched up, and then I think it was who else? It was somebody else in there saying that we always align with Omar we always agree with Omar when it aligns to our story or our narratives, right? And I'm reading that and I'm like, Now, Lou, from my memory, when I first heard that, and that was S. Harris. Yeah, S. Harris said that, right? So from my memory, when I first heard that, my first thing was I think it was Jen in there, and my first question was, did you believe? Because she said, I tend to believe Omar Kelly. This before he did the pushback. You remember? And I was like, well, did you believe him when he said he lied to us then? Because if you can't tell me that you a liar, and then all of a sudden, because y'all like the sound of Tua, look at there she go. Look, I said her name.
There she go. Up hey, there she go.
He popped up, right?
Tone, but right there, real quick, right? And I'm sorry to cut you off, but a person like me, when I heard what Omar first said, I know the truth. I think you know the truth. We've all heard stories, right? So we know the inner workings. This is the problem right here, Tone, right? Because I see Jen, right? Shout out to Jen. And to you, Tone, and to S. Harris, and to Andrevius, right? Let's say Omar is lying. Okay, cool. We established now, all of us know Omar is a lie. So we can't take what he writes for a grain of salt. Either way, we can't go with that. All right, cool. Are we going to say that Xavier Howard is also a liar? Because what I'm saying is, when Xavier Howard is an actual player in the building that was coached by the man, listen to what the man said on the dive bar. He said, and I quote, when I first met Brian Flores in the beginning, it was shaky. It was rough. What did he say? But towards the end, I loved him. He was my favorite. He was my favorite coach, right?
He said that was his favorite coaching of his type of coaching of his career.
Now, there you go, Tone. Now, what was the narrative, though? Remember when we hired Brian Flores, it was, he's going to be the guy. Everybody loved him, right? Until they didn't. They said it got worse, or it was good, and then it got worse. Players in that locker room are coming out and saying, no, it was worse, and then it got better as the time went on. Ain't that a contradiction?
Yeah.
Ain't that a lie?
Yes.
So again, we can play the game and say, yeah, well, Omar Kelly, it just to fit a narrative, whatever side of the day, whatever he writes, cool. I get it. Omar's a liar. Now, Xavier Howard's a liar too?
No, but this is what I wanted to say.
AVG is a liar?
No. Well, we
Jerome
don't know.
Baker is a liar?
So, and now, see, that's more of where I was getting around to. This is a great question. Was he lying the first or the second time? That is a good question, right? But listen, that's what I was getting around to. My whole thing is, once you tell me you're a liar, I can't believe nothing you say. Everything is at face value, and I really don't. I can't believe you from at face value. Sorry, you lost all those privileges, so I don't believe you. Now, you just brought up a couple of key things that be like, well, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why he said, was he lying the first or the second time? Now, if you put that tweet out there, then all of a sudden you backpedal. That seems like somebody reached out to you and say, nah, bro, that ain't it, my boy.
Absolutely.
Somebody told you to do that. Okay, cool. But now when you get down the line, who was it? Somebody got released and they was like, well, I was caught up in the crossfires. It was a war between Chris Greer and Brian Flores. I don't remember who it was, right? So we heard that story come out right? We heard out of the owner's mouth, Stephen Ross. Now I don't know if all of them lying, right? But all their stories are lining up. We heard out of the owner's mouth, Stephen Ross say he didn't get fired because of football. He got fired because of relationships not working well with others. Van Noy, thank you, Jennifer. Van Noy said he was in the crossfire. So we know it was some fighting going on in the interior, right? But Stephen Ross said he fired him because of lack of relationships, right? His relationship that he have. Now that's three people that said relationship wise. And then you want to know what's kind of crazy though, Lou? Tua switched his agents. Did anybody? Mo literally clearly pointed that point out. He switched his agent. Now, which agent was it that said Tua went up there and said it was him or me? Was it the old agent that don't work for him anymore, so you're not bounded by him anymore?
Yeah, it has to be his old agent.
It was his old agent.
Yeah,
it wasn't the first. Yeah. So I'm just saying, people tend to use the PR answers because I answer to you. You know, I have to get you paid, and so yeah, I'm gonna give you the PR answer. He's not bounded by him no more. He can say whatever he wants. And at the end of the day, it's well known. No one could deny the fact that they both had tension. No one, because Brian Flores went on I Am Athlete and talked about it with the X Tour. We played the clip here on this channel, on this platform. We played the clip, and then Tour went on. Who that dude? Dan Lebatard. He went on Dan Lebatard, and he, it was all over, and he brought all that stuff up. Now people were like, "Oh, he was asked that." I don't know if y'all know how interviews work, but they go over and ask them if it's certain things that you would not like us to cover. Is there certain things that you don't want us to say, or is there certain things, any specific things that you want us to talk about? So this narrative that, he had to answer the question because he knew he was going to get asked that question, which means he wanted to answer that question. I mean, wanted to get asked that question so he could answer that question. He wanted to get off his chest. Why? Because I got that bag. Now I'm going to rub you in the face. You were wrong. Y'all remember when I was on his side and I was like, I don't care, Brian Flores, because see, I don't just give no one passes. Y'all remember when it first came out, I was like, nah, Brian Flores, it's you as a coach to understand how to coach certain players. Remember, man, you went back and forth, Lou. You were like, I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. You remember that? And I was like, I get it. But from the standpoint on Brian Flores, and even he said, I could have did something a little bit better. So I'm like, yeah, I'll give you that. But Tua, my brother, why are you bringing this up? The players are going to use this against you on the field. They know you soft. They know you could be broken. They know all this. You sensitive. Now you got that bag and you talking trash. What did we say though? We was on one accord with this. We say now that pressure's on you. Now you have to perform because you haven't proven him wrong yet. The only thing you proven him was that you could win regular season. And what was your rebuttal, Lewis? You say, well, maybe he wasn't talking about beating the under 500 teams. Maybe him coming from a championship franchise, he was talking about, no. I can't win in the playoff with this guy because that's what's winning to him. He came from 4 championships in Patriots. So in New England, the standard is here. The bar's not low. It's up here. So when he say, I can't win with this guy, I'm quite sure he want to talk about the under 500 people. So when you look at it from that standpoint, Tua, you still haven't proven him wrong. Because that's not winning with that guy. So you still have some proving to do. But no, you want to go out there, pop your collar, right? Then you had the audacity to let them gas you up. The first thing you said after getting that paycheck, I was there live. Show me the money. That's you, my boy. That's you. So you take whatever comes with that, which is the criticism. So now, all this, and that's the thing about it. We could admit that two things could be right at the same time. We could admit that Flores probably pushed it and made it personal because the things that he said, I'm not too mad at that. And I broke that down earlier. But because it was personal, it's why it was wrong. Because, like I say, if I'm up here and I'm talking to Lewis, right? And I'm like, I text you and I'm like, boy, you is trash. You need to tighten up because you ain't getting it done. And then game time, I text Lewis, bruh, don't fuck this up. Lewis is not going to take that from me as a shot. Because I'm trying to tell him where you need to fix because I got your best interest at hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at heart. But the thing about it is if someone he don't like say the same thing, those words mean just a little bit different. Now I'm thinking about punching you in your mouth. Now it's watch your mouth, my boy. It's a difference. So we can't, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Now, who do I put the major blame on? Hey, Lewis, you said this, and I don't want to take your take, so I'm going to give you 100% credit. Hey, Lewis said it earlier in his face. When it's all said and done, did we make the right or wrong decision? Did we make the right? 2020 hindsight, I think we made the wrong decision. I think we made the wrong decision. Because you know what? And I'm going to tell people that y'all don't like it. He was brought in here to fix the culture. He was brought in here to get rid of all that foolishness and all that matter. Y'all forgot cocaine gate, bully gate, All these things that we were dealing with in this building, this franchise had a lot of turmoil. He was brought in to fix that. What type of people you bring in to fix that? No nonsense, take no shit type of guy. So how did you think he was supposed to talk to these people? If y'all, I see Jay say he was a good coach. It still was creating a circus type atmosphere. But if y'all ever play sports, and I said this already, man, they say some of the nastiest things to you. Slap you on the back of your helmet and tell you to get out there and go make a play. This is what goes on. In locker rooms, they talk about mamas. They talk about, they say everything, call you trash. Boy, you ain't even supposed to been here. You went here and you got drafted first round, but you playing like a UFDA. They say things like that. You not worth the money, the paper that they print the money on. They say things like that in locker rooms. So, what did y'all expect from him? But you know what? Tough nose franchises do, and y'all make that right. I paid you, and I paid you. Y'all here to do it, get a job done, not be best friends. And that's the problem. Because of the culture that we have here, we don't have the luxury of saying, no, we need our coach to be friends with our players. Because no, we need to clean up something. We have been a failing franchise for the better part of 20 years. So you need someone that's in there that take no nonsense. I'm sorry. You need a no-nonsense type of guy to go in that locker room and say, I don't care I will play. Brian Flores come off at you, man, I will go out on that field and play with myself, but I'm not playing with no soft people. I do not want them in my locker room. I do not want them on the field. If you can't take it, so be it. And I'm sorry, I believe, and that's just my opinion, I believe that's the type of coach we needed. And you work around it. Now, you know what? If a man is man to man to tell you, hey, listen, man, y'all the two constants of why this team has been failing. You got to respect somebody like that. Close the door behind you. I'm not willing to quit, but I'm so dedicated to winning and changing this franchise around, right? That I'm willing to tell y'all, step in my office and close the door behind you. We're going to fight this out. And then get back to doing our job. That's all I'm saying. I just don't see how people don't understand you need that type of mindset for you to build a winning organization. Now, yeah, when he told you to go in that locker room or that office and close, you should have went in there and closed the door behind you and say, bro, I get what you're trying to do, but it's a certain level of respect you're going to talk to me, though. It's a certain way you're gonna address me, because respect is given when respect is due. And you know what? I guarantee you, based off his character, he would have earned a lot of respect from you. I meant to say he'll play the game by himself.
No. We know what you meant to say. Nah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
I see them killing me in the on chat. I'm like, what happened? I meant to say that was wild. I meant to say he come off the player that will play the game by himself. Like, go out there and all 11 players against me. If I had to do it by myself, I'll do it by myself. But yeah, that was wild. But then, back, like I was saying though, that's the type of, I think that's how they should have handled it. They said the 50-yard line. Wow. Yo, they light me up for real. God, dog. But I respected that, and I think that when teams get over things like that, that builds championship mentality. I'm sorry. One of me and Louis' not even one of the biggest criticism we have of this team is their mental toughness. It's not there. And Brian Flores was a coach to show you they're not mentally tough. They're not. We've seen players fight on the sideline. We've seen Keyshawn Johnson and John Gruden at each other's throats. It happened before, people. When they won that Super Bowl, they looked at each other, man to man. Listen, we don't like each other. We came together as men and got the job done, though. All respect. Now, I ain't got we ain't gonna have no beer after this. We ain't probably gonna invite each other, family members over for lunch or brunch or a barbecue or anything. But respect, because we was able to look each other in the eye and say, brother, don't play with me. I don't play no kind of games. You don't play no kind of games with me. And guess what? We come here to do a job and get the job done. That's what the goal should have been. Not you being my friend. This is a fact, CCR. We got coaches that kiss people on the forehead. So that's all I'm saying. So for Omar Kelly to go out and then backpedal, bro, how? I'm sorry, I said it the first time. How are we supposed to respect you as a journalist or even a beat writer if you gotta let people dictate what you're saying? If be one way and one way only. Either you keep it under the radar and don't backtrack, or bro, keep 10 toes down. That's it. If you understand, them people gonna come at you in a certain type of way.
The man said he changed his stance because he was receiving blowback.
And that's what I'm saying.
What?
So what? He said Bill Belichick and Tom Brady didn't like each other, but they respect each other through all those times. I know they had a little bit of turmoil when he brought in Jimmy Garoppolo the first time. I know that. Wasn't it a scenario that we were saying, oh, it's going to either be Tom or Bill Belichick? Which one they chose? Neither one of them. Robert Kraft said, y'all get out there and go give me another Super Bowl.
Y'all make it work. Yeah.
Make it happen. So I don't get it. I'm sorry. This happens. I don't know what kind of work environment y'all used to, but in a sports environment, man, half of the people don't like each other in there. Man, huh? Who? You don't like what? So what that got to do with you throwing the football? What that you got to do with you drawing up the defensive schemes? What that got to do with you coaching this team together? You ain't got to like nobody. Matter of fact, I like it that way because that means both of y'all should prove each other wrong. Both of y'all should have a point to prove. Both of y'all should put your best foot forward to say why I know what I'm talking about. So I don't want to hear none of that. Tom Brady or Bill Belichick. Neither one. Sorry. That builds championships. That's all. Mental toughness. I wanted to play the clip. I wish I could find that clip. Michael Irvin, man, y'all didn't hear Michael Irvin what he was telling them people? He was like, man, they saw people tapping their heads to come out the game. He said, man, you can't, if you don't build your skill, if you only build your skill and not your will, you're going to lose every time. Because will get you over the hump. That's why I just said you got to will yourself over. Because when you tired, when you can't run as fast, when it's cold outside and them hits hurt. You ever been tackled in the snow? Oh no, it's not a pretty sight. Bone chilling, bone crushing. But guess what? You will yourself through. No pain, no gain. That type of mentality. If it hurts me, it hurts him more.
Hey, Tone, you know what's crazy?
What happened, Lou?
That they used to say Kelvin wasn't shit and that he was trash in college. That's crazy. that man heard he wasn't shit and he was trash in college, man. That's crazy. I feel bad for Kelvin now, man. Shout out to Kelvin, man.
That's Harry. See, he said, I'll never understand the fascination with an average coach like Flo. The defense had one okay year when the ironic stat pattern against bad teams and third string quarterback for 7 to 8 games. You want to know what's funny about that? How was that roster that he did that with? How was that roster? And he still got 9-8, 10-6. So I'm guessing you're not a
let's
Mike,
do it like this, Tone.
not a
Let's
Mike
do it like
McDaniel.
this.
You but not be a Mike McDaniel guy. Go
Well,
ahead.
I was just about to say that, Tone. Let's do it like that, right? Okay. Under the Mike McDaniel regime, if I asked you, Tone, the 3 years he's been the coach of the Dolphins, can we name the players he's gotten made like better? Tua, obviously, right?
Tua, Tyreek, I'll say.
Okay, and Tyreek, if you want
Jonnu
to say he's had Jonnu Smith. Okay, cool. There's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want to name the players Brian Flores made better?
Almost everyone over there. Andrew Van Ginkel, Xavier Howard.
Now again, let's stay right there. Tua, number 5 overall pick, right? Tyreek Hill, we know how great he was already in Kansas City, right? Now, he made him better. You just brought up AVG as your first player with Brian Flores, a 5th-round pick, dog.
Mm-hmm.
He got Nick Needham. Nick Needham, before he put a Dolphin uniform, he was working at UPS.
Nick Needham.
Nick Needham, again, he was driving a FedEx truck.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks later, that man had him on the field making plays in the secondary.
That's a fact.
What about Kader Kohu? His rookie year. UDFA, right?
Yep, Kader Kohu was UDFA. Yep.
Again, Myles Gaskin. Did he make him better? A 7th-round pick.
Kelvin say that was an average comment.
That's what I'm saying.
Myles Gaskin. Look what he got on Myles Gaskin. Caleb Ballard. What his name?
Caleb Ballage.
Ballard. Like,
right? Myles Gaskin. Right? Mac Hollins of the world. Right? Look at the players he made better. Right? And look what he was working with. Like, what are these people talking about, man?
And Jair said Kader Kohu wasn't with Flo.
Okay, cool. I didn't think he was. My mistake. But Zach Seiler was. Jerome Baker was.
Oh, Elijah Campbell too.
Remember when Emmanuel Ogba got signed? That big deal. Emmanuel Ogba had back-to-back 9.5 sack seasons. That was under Brian Flores.
Ogba.
I know we can keep going down the list. I bet
Bobby
you,
McCain. Look at the names that they run. These are the people that he was coaching, y'all.
Now, who did a better coaching job?
X had his best years under him. Byron Jones could never stay healthy, so we couldn't get nothing out of him. Was it what we call the first 2 years under him? Brandon Jones was his first year. Hey, Mika Fitzpatrick, he was an All-Pro as a rookie. I don't know if it was 2019 is All-Pro year. I mean, his rookie season.
No, he had a good rookie season, but I don't think he made All-Pro.
Yeah, he did.
His rookie season?
Yes, he did.
Oh, well, yeah, that was under Brian Flores, too.
Oh, Pro Bowl. It might have been, I don't know, it probably was a Pro Bowl. No, All-Pro. Yeah, Mika was All-Pro. Xavier Howard, Mika Fitzpatrick, it was All-Pro. Yes.
We give credit, right? But Brandon Jones was another one. Sean brought up Brandon Jones.
But he's saying, and I don't get, he said Brandon Jones was the only good player when he was here. And I don't get that. Xavier Howard had his best years under Brian Flores. So I don't get where that's coming from. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Minka was an All-Pro. Maybe he was a Pro Bowler, but I don't think he was an All-Pro. No.
Are y'all sure? Don't make me go look it up. Because I did.
So either way, Tone, the fact of the matter is Brian Flores made a lot of players better, and he has a better resume doing that than Mike McDaniel does. I know that for a fact. So y'all can sit here and be in your feelings all you want about Brian Flores.
Okay.
But
hold on. Mika Fitzpatrick has been named an All-Pro 3 times: 2019, 2020, 2022. Now, maybe Google wrong, but right there. I don't know what y'all.
No, there you go. Well, again, Hey, man, it is what it is. Brian Flores.
Who was the coach over here in 2019?
Brian Flores.
Okay.
Bro, either way, he has more players that he made better than Mike.
Oh, so that's what it was. He said he was traded to Pittsburgh. Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what his what was he drafted in? God dog. Was he drafted in 18? It had to be 18 then.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Bro, again, Tone, don't let these people do that. They're arguing one man, but they don't want to listen to all the other names we named.
Yeah, right.
Don't fall into their trap. That's what they do when they're, oh, well, wait, what about Minka? Don't worry about Minka. Y'all got us on Minka. Debate all the other players he made better.
Yeah, facts.
Debate those players.
Ooh, wait. Yeah, he got drafted in 2018. But yeah, that's 50 of y'all in the building. Please hit that like button. If it's your first time over here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the all bell 52 now. Listen, we have our 100 episode April the 7th. Please, we trying to get to 500 before we get to that day. We got a week and a half. But what I was gonna say, yeah, get us to 500. Hit that subscribe button, and then put the notifications on all. Take it off personalized and put it on all. You'll get the every time we go live. But yeah, man, help the boys get to that.
Devontae Parker was another one.
Yeah, Devontae Parker. Oh, but they don't give him credit for offense, so we're gonna leave that alone. Yeah. What I was gonna say. But yeah, Lou. So the thing about it is, and before that, this is what I'm talking about. And like I said, at the end of the day, me and listen, that's why we go back and forth with that, because y'all could like, you know what? One thing I do know, this is what I would say, because people could be on any side of the fence. He said something about Zach Sealer. He said y'all didn't know him. Get Dre.
No, he's saying that.
Yeah,
Zach
he was.
Seiler, yeah,
that's
again,
a fact.
He's been with Mike McDaniel longer. I think he only was with Brian Flores for what, 7 games? So okay, cool. Yeah, y'all got Seiler. Again, that's not even close when you do the full comparison. There's no way in hell someone's gonna tell me Mike McDaniel has made more players better as the Dolphin head coach than Brian Flores
They
did.
keep on saying was Tua better under Flores. You know what? I might go back, because if I'm not mistaken, he might have a better record with Tua than Mike McDaniel have. Maybe. Or no, I ain't gonna say better record because Mike McDaniel have more games, but maybe winning percentage wise, could be. But the thing about it is, and when people, it don't matter what side of the fence you're on. The one thing I do know, the way we have it right now, it's not working.
Oh shit! Hey, somebody give Brad Boss 818 the goddamn award for the night. Best comment of the night.
He damn sure went to
a Pro Bowl. That man made Jakeem Grant a Pro Bowler.
So let me ask you a question, Lou, before we get up out of here, right? Because I know I'm not even gonna say Chris Greer. I'm just gonna say front office. I'm sorry, but that front office been getting it wrong this whole time. I'm sorry. Especially with this culture. You got to understand what type of coach you need to get over this culture, right? Since Chris Greer was in the building, right, in this regime, how many Pro Bowlers, how many All-Pro, how many elite players have we drafted to this team?
How many elite players have we drafted?
Pro Bowler, All-Pro. Someone you can say that's elite. That's an elite level player. Wait. As a matter of fact, chat, all you that want to say that they had a lot amazing things to work with. Y'all please tell me how many elite players. I don't care. Pro Bowlers.
I would
all
say
pros drafted by this team. Not traded. Not free agent. Drafted.
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard. I'll give you that for sure.
No, that's where the story ends.
No, he got Tunzel, Mika, both traded away. Good. He said Waddle isn't elite, but he's upper echelon. He has the potential to be elite. I don't think he was there. Rashad, I think, was drafted either in 2015 or 2014. I don't think he was drafted in 2016.
No, I think Rashad was older than that though.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think. Nah.
That's why I said, yeah. And Rashad Jones, one of my favorite players. So no. Yeah. Matter of fact, because nope. 2016, he was already on his team. He was already, yeah. So, see, I'm waiting. Nope, no one can. You gave me Tunzu, Xavier Howard, Mika Fitzpatrick.
But again, when I think about the question you're asking, Tone, I think of guys that were drafted and played here for years. Like Minka did it, neither did Tunsil.
And that was my next point. All the ones that you're going to name, Tunsil, Mika, Xavier Howard, none of them is here.
Well, no. But what I'm saying
Xavier Howard, he stayed here, so we can give him Xavier Howard.
Played 8 or 9 years.
Yeah, we can give you Xavier Howard.
Yeah.
You know, let me give you the Pro Bowler.
It's just Xavier Howard. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll give you Xavier Howard. Pro Bowler, we got Tua, Jay Ajayi, Jakeem Grant. Now, Rashad Jones was on the team, but he wasn't drafted by that.
Can we stop with the Pro Bowler bullshit? That's fan.
No. This is what I'm saying, Luke, because I'm not using it. I'm just saying to at least give them some kind of credit, right? That they at least did some, Pro Bowler. It's fan voted, right? But it's something to say. But even to that point, in 20 years, Jason Sanders, All Pro, right? Jason Sanders.
Oh shit! Hey!
I got Jason Sanders right here on the paper. I ain't even said his name.
Jason Sanders, baby.
In 20 years, you got X, Mika, Jason Sanders, right? If you want to say All Pro, that was drafted here, whether they here or not. Lermy Tunsil as well, but Lermy Tunsil never made All Pro in the Dolphin uniform. But let's just say the one that made an All Pro in the Dolphin uniform was X and Jason Sanders, but they drafted 4 of them. X, Mika, Jason Sanders, Lermy Tunsil, right? People that made the Pro Bowl, Rashad Jones, Tua. Now, I can't even give you Rashad Jones. He was here before. Tua, Jay Ajayi, Jakeem Grant.
X, that's a good one. Mika,
Jarvis Landry wasn't. He was here before them. Was he? Wait, what year Jarvis Landry was drafted? That's a Pro Bowler. If
Nah, wasn't Jarvis like a second team All Pro?
No.
I think he was.
No.
You sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Hmm.
Let me see what year he was drafted. Anybody know what year he was drafted?
Well, he played with Tannehill now. So 2014.
No.
Yeah, 14. There you go.
2014. I'm talking about 2016 when we give credit Chris Greer and that whole collective thing.
Tone, we already named all the players. Bro,
that's the problem what I want to tell so with these people, the players that Brian Flores had to deal with and the decisions that this team has been making, bro, they make the wrong decisions. Why am I bringing this up? Because I know Louis like, man, I don't like bringing players. I don't like blaming front office, this and that.
No. Hell no, Tone. Real quick, again, sometimes this chat, what do we always say? The chat is undefeated. Yeah. Goddamn, shout out to Jennifer real quick. Flores beat Tom Mother effing Brady while tanking after losing the first game of the season by almost 50. Now we can't even get a single effing first down to win the division with 5 effing Pro Bowlers.
That's
facts.
That is a fact.
Shout out to Jen.
Nah, the Miracle team messed up the tank. Boy, do you know who was on that Miami Miracle team? Are you crazy? No. I wasn't a tank season. So, Lewis, why I'm saying this, right? And we need the coaches. It's that the The front office. That's what. The front office, right? Because I know you don't like blaming the front office. But guess what? All this tells me is y'all need to bring in a football guy and let that man do his job and get the heck out the way. Because based on history and what y'all bringing in the building, that ain't it, Chief. This ain't it, Chief. Sorry. Now, y'all, people that want trenches, Brian Flores wanted Tristan Rolfe. Tristan Rolfe, whatever how you say his name. He wanted them. All pro on both sides. Not one side. All pro on both sides of the line. That's all I'm saying. Listen, sometimes you gotta bring in football guys. Let football guys do what football guys do. You get out of the way. The best owners are the ones that hire people to do their job and let them do their job.
Well,
there's only one owner that was successful getting into that team building. That's Jerry Jones, and that man different.
I know Andrevius said Tannehill done beat Brady a few times. That
is he
whatever
now?
Is elite. And I want to say yes, Tannehill's the second best quarterback we've had since Dan Marino, or the first best. He's the best quarterback since Dan Marino. Ryan Tannehill. We brought up the numbers the other day. Go look at the numbers. You tell me who was better over 5 years, Tannehill or Tua. Since y'all like numbers.
All I'm saying is bring in coaches. It's crazy. Now, I don't really care about beating the Patriots.
I ain't gonna lie, Tone. The H to say the way y'all reaching to make arguments is next level. And that's coming from a Tua fan. But we reaching. Do y'all hear some of the arguments that Tua fans make?
He said this supposed to be a 10 toes down show. So H, I know sometimes, I don't know if you was one of them. So sometimes we got to break it down because maybe I don't understand. That boy Sean say, the chat reaching. So maybe you don't understand what 10 toes down means. 10 toes down means when you give your take, you stand on firm on them. Whether you or the two Nears disagree with them or not. That's what 10 toes down means, sir. So that means no matter what you say, it's not going to change how I evaluate my team.
H must like to read Omar Kelly articles.
Oh, I don't know if you're two near H. I'm just saying you or maybe the two near.
Hell no, H is a two near. Hell yeah, he's a two near.
Oh, he is? Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is
he's still the homie, but he's a two near.
I told you, when you come over here, it's the real tough conversation that no one wants to have. Everyone want to tiptoe around the subjects. We're not. Y'all don't tiptoe around it because guess what? When you break down this team, it's like, bro, what have we been doing? And I'll be saying, one thing we always, since we started with this channel like 7 months ago, is, bro, we need football guys making football decisions. That's all we ask for. But this collective is not it. It isn't. You can't live off bringing the free agents. Can't be your best acquisitions. It can't. It's supposed to add on to your draft, the success you have in the draft and developing players, and then that should get you over the hump. You know what? That's the key ingredient to get us over the hump. That's what free agents should help you with.
Greer the GOAT, Tua is him, McDaniel for president.
19 games. 19 games, baby. I want my $10. Right?
Man.
So, like I say, listen. That's all. Listen, all I want to say is that's it. See, a lot of people they can't fathom the thought of their favorite team doing something wrong. I don't know. Maybe you like every year your team not winning playoff games. Maybe you like every year your team might go to the playoff but losing. Maybe that's good for you. My brother, more power to you. But over here, where I'm standing or sitting right now, nah, bro. I don't accept that. I want a team that compete for championships, for Super Bowls. That's what team I want. And the way it's going has not worked. Over 20 years. And we're going to sit here and act like we don't have nothing to criticize this team about? Or the front office? Or the decision making? Nothing. Because you know what? It's all because, maybe they was injured. Maybe that player they should have gave him. No. We got to understand and point out what you did wrong. That's what the problem that they had with Flores. He don't focus on what you did good because that's expected of you. Whenever you mess up, that's when you're going to see me. What happened there? No, that ain't good enough, my boy. I'm just saying. I just don't get it. So let me break it down to you again, H. It's funny because I asked you what talent he had. And then you said he didn't make the playoffs. But don't you know that year he went 98, the year they fired him? He was in the same predicament Mike McDaniel was in to get in the playoffs. They needed a team to lose. The only difference is Mike McDaniel's team lost and the team that Brian Flores did won. The only difference is how he got in that playoff. Now, yeah. And the thing about it is, Buddy had Kevin's high school roster, not who used to power.
That is true. Brian Flores was coaching a bunch of Kelvins out there, man.
It was. And people don't, and that's the thing when I'll be like, when you look and you evaluate a team, what are you looking at? Because he didn't have a Tyreek. He didn't have a Jalen Waddle. Well, he did have 1 year. He didn't have all these Pro Bowlers. He didn't have a Jonnu on his team. He didn't have an Achane on his team. He didn't have a Mostert on his team. He had Myles Gaskin, Savon Ahmed, Kellen Ballard. Who else was in our backfield? He had the Devontae Parker, Jakeem Grant. He said, I don't know what y'all talking about. First time ever I could say Tony was cooking. I'll take it, Miss Fins.
And you know what, Miss Fins? I would say it's because Tony keeps good company around him. Hey man, I make a lot of people sound good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. Give him Tyreek, give him Waddle, give him Armstead, give him Connor Williams, give him Robert Jones. Give him that off of the give him that off of the full off of the line. Not the sorry offer. Give him that full off of the line. Give him the 2020 team. And I guarantee you, his backups wouldn't be backup that can't run the offense. Give him forget about the 2023 team. Give him the player that he asked for. I don't know. I would like to see what he could do with a Jordan Love. Cool. Tristan Wirfs. Maybe go get a Jonathan Taylor in the second round. What Jonathan Taylor got drafted in the second round, right?
No, well, yeah, I think maybe the early in the second, but either way, bro, we had 3 first-round picks. It could have possibly been.
Right? Oh, because it wouldn't have been Austin Jackson. You're right. It wouldn't have been.
No, it would have been
Justin Jefferson would have been. Yeah.
Right, but no, it would have been.
Tristan Wirfs and Jordan Love.
It would have been Tristan Wirfs, Jordan Love at 18, and let's say Jonathan Allen at whatever we got Noah at.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
That's what
it would have been. Supposedly Brian Flores had the plan at number 5 overall to get Tristan Wirfs.
Yeah.
Get Jordan Love at 18 and get what's his name?
Jonathan Allen?
Whoever. Jonathan Allen or Jonathan Taylor. I mean,
Yeah.
for
Whatever
Noah.
it is, give him those guys that he wanted. Then we can have a fair evaluation and have a fair assessment of what he does with a team that he built. I've never been a component, and I've never been a fan of GMs not giving their head coach what they say they want. I've never been a fan of that. Never have.
God damn, Greer has to be a terrorist now? Shit.
But now you know what, Dre? Now when you're right, you're right. If he tank, could have got Burrow and whoever else with the other two picks. That is a fact. And that part.
We got Tua, baby.
That's the part when I say, hey, Brian Flores, hey, no excuse. I can't help you with that, my boy, because I'm pissed off. We could have got my favorite quarterback, Joe Burrow. That's all I'm saying. Oh, he said repick what? No, we don't. It is public record. This is not a report no more. He didn't want Tua at all.
Well, that's fine either way. I know a guy. We pick what reports we believe is hilarious. I know.
Well, you only pick the report that you like on your side. Then if it's like that,
no, that's what I'm saying. Listen, I know Omar Kelly likes reports like that.
That's a fact. That is a fact. All I know is it don't matter what the reports say. What we do know is it ain't working. That's what we do know. What we do know is they said they fired him because of his relationships, the lack of being able to work with others. That's what we do know. But hey, cool. You see, and this when you lose the argument. You said free agents, and we were talking about people that he wanted to draft. No one said nothing about bringing in free agents. Well, unless you talk, you might be arguing with them in there because they did say the 2023 team. So I'm sweating about that. But give him the team that he wanted. I don't care. Give him an opportunity, bro. This when you hire, bro. When you hire someone, let them do what they want. Just give them whatever they want. No Shake Money. I'm sorry. But that's Crypto's favorite quarterback. Don't nobody like no Jordan Love. Even though, let's see what Brian Flores would have did with him. That's who we wanted. Allegedly. I wouldn't mind seeing him. But what I do know is
Jordan Love
I prefer Vic. What'd you say, Lou?
Jordan Love would have got Brian Flores fired.
What I do know is we need tough nose coaching. What I do know is that other tough nose coach, Vic Fangio, they got him out the building too. Boy went over there in Philly where they like tough nose coaches at. Got him over the hump. That's all I'm saying. See, when you get your feelings hurt, when you can't take constructive criticism, when you can't take somebody looking at you say, boy, you is trash, and you ain't going nowhere like that, you're not built for football. That's a fact, Vondro. I'm not going to put up that comment, but that is a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. But I'm just saying. He said, nah. He said, nah, Flores would have built a tough team around Love, not this power puff shit we got here. These are facts. All I'm saying is, listen, I get it. If y'all don't like the takes, we know what side you stand on. But I want a tough, hard-nosed team. I'm sorry. I'm from Miami, Dade County. One thing you can't listen. Don't call us soft. Soft? No. You could go ask any college athlete. You could go to the NFL. When you want them dogs, especially from the defensive standpoint, you come down to Florida, Georgia. You come to the South, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia. That's where you come get them tough guys from out. When you want them dogs, This is where you come get them from. So this weak and soft team and this culture, no, sir. Not going to happen. I just don't know. But listen, man, it's still 44 y'all in the building, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Lou, you got anything else you want before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I want to personally invite Omar Kelly on. I'm taking
Pull
over
up
a
on
new.
me.
I'm taking over a new leaf, Tone. I don't want to talk about people when they're not around.
That's a fact.
So Omar, please, bro, listen again. Come on and have a conversation, man. Come and debate, man, because I ain't gonna lie. Some of the shit you be doing out here is wild, man.
Game Boy 305 is in the building. Hey, Game Boy, you probably came here late. I did give. Hey, Trey, we gonna DM you those out, my boy. But yes, I gave my film. You know, Wednesday usually film breakdown day, so I gave my film breakdown of the Super Box, my brother. And I will tell you this: that boy is legit. I got two of them. They call me 2-tone phone, 10-toe. 7-toe tone. Now you can call me two box tone too. Not shoebox tone, 2-box tone. He said, "Welcome to the team." That is a fact. Hey, listen, man. I had to pay them boys $50 extra to get that thing next day aired over here, and it just so happened to drop the same day my brother came back. He decided to come back out of town, and I got it out the mailbox. So, now I got one here, I got one in the living room, and everybody in the house is happy. Yeah, man, we put them. Listen, man, I was 2-box tone. That's right, King Mill. Keep up with my nickname, not King Mill. Keep up with my nickname. Sean, what's good, my brother? You popped in late, man. We about to get ready to get up out of here, but appreciate you for coming through. But listen, yo. But yeah, Game Boy, I gave my breakdown earlier at the beginning of the show. My breakdown of that Super Box. Yes, sir, legit. Appreciate my boy Marino's GOAT, and then for putting Lewis and Batman and them boys up on game, and then Lewis for putting us up on game after Marino's GOAT came up and put us on game. You feel me? But that thing is legit. Stop paying for cable, please. Get you some bomb internet and grab your Super Box. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But yeah, Trey, we about to give you those apps in a minute. Listen, again, why it's still 44 of y'all in here. If y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Get us to the 500 mark. We want to get there before April the 7th, which is our 100th episode. You know what I'm saying? So we can have a banger of an episode. If you already subscribed, tell a friend, share the content. If you appreciate the content, we understand. We know why y'all come over here. Y'all know y'all going to get the real. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Y'all know y'all going to be able to say what y'all want, and we're going to debate y'all on it too. That's why I really like our chat. You know, we got the best chat in the building. Y'all don't back down. I respect that. Because, you know, it's a jungle over here. We don't, listen, if y'all know, we don't hold no punches over here. This is a fact. When you come over here, you're going to have to hold your own. This is not that political correct thing. And no, we're not going to have no back and forth, you know what I'm saying, to where we actually, listen, no, it's not one of them channels. I'm not going to be asking no question you answer. No, we're going to debate you. And I'm going to find things that I disagree with you on. I'm going to pick holes in your arguments. Facts. Y'all saw the TD episode. First time I see, hey, huh? What you mean? My antennas was like this. When you come to the jungle, you gonna have to fight up out of here.
Well, Tone, real quick, right? I see True Fin Fan. He's back in here. I don't know if you heard him earlier, but he was shouting me and you out on Peach Channel, basically saying that he loves this channel. He loves what we do. That maybe he doesn't agree with us all the time, but he can respect how we present ourselves and stuff like that. And it's because of people like True Fin Fan. King Mill, I seen him in here earlier as well. King Mill said it the other day. There's only a few channels he watched. This is one of them. He kind of said the reasons why. And again, bro, this is why we do it. Because I'm going to be honest, whether I was on YouTube right now with Tone or not, I'd probably be talking with Dolphins with someone, right?
Yeah.
I love to do this. So why not do it in front of y'all? And y'all are showing us the love coming in here and listening to us. Again, still almost 40 of y'all in here. So that's kind of what Tony is saying. I just wanted to shout out those two gentlemen, but everybody else that religiously comes in here, Von Joe, another
H,
one,
Game Boy 305,
Crypto,
Vonjo all
Game
the
Boy,
time, Key
H,
Mill, Trey, y'all
S
know all the,
Harris,
and Javius,
you know what I'm saying?
like all
Absolutely.
them, Mike Best ain't in here, yeah. S Harris, all the ones that stand on they square. We appreciate that, bro. Like for real, because we don't want to chat we don't want an echo chamber over here. We do not want an echo
Hey
chamber
man,
over here.
look at Dre, man. Look at Dre, dog. That's crazy.
Oh,
look at Dre.
Listen, you know that's Michael K, right? I don't know his name. Yeah, Bills
shout
fan.
out to Michael K.
Oh,
Bills fan.
Patriot delusional fan, delusional Patriot fan. Yeah, we got him in here. Yeah, all y'all. Listen, facts.
Yeah, Michael K. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Michael K. Yeah, for sure. Everyone that come in here that show love and that give their opinions because well outside of Lewis, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna act like I know more than y'all because I got a little YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna have a healthy debate and go back and forth. That's all I'm gonna do.
Well, I'm sorry, Tone, that I know more than these people in the chat. I'm sorry that I know more than them, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So I would listen, man. Like I say, we appreciate everything y'all do. Please, man, if y'all mess with the channel, man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Reach out to someone. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to subscribe to the channels. He said Lewis don't know. I second this message.
Kelvin, you know I'll catch your ass somewhere.
Shout out to Miss
dog.
Finn.
You know that.
Shout out to Miss Finn. She need everyone to hit that like button. Yeah, it's still 39. Well, we got 43 in there. So if you wasn't the ones, it was what? We had like 50, 53. I think it got up to there once. If you was one of the ones that haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Man, continue to show support to the channel. Listen, we build this organically over here.
Hey, Tone, you think when Kelvin says that I don't know shit, you think Kelvin's mad because I'm off of Tyler Booker at 13?
Maybe.
You think he's
mad? Hey, Kelvin, I bet you won't tweet that out. Post that on X.
Now, I bet you he won't. I like hit that Arizona ass up.
I bet you won't post that. Hey, true fans, like remember, man, pull up to the tailgate, man. Listen, everybody know I'm at gate 6, row 609, 608, and
603.
Yeah. No, don't do that. Row 609, 608, just come straight. You're gonna see we out there. Music, you know what I'm saying? Pull up, have a drink. You know, most of the people that met me, Kelvin, who else met me out there? Lewis Homeboy, Crypto, Shake Money, Vonjo.
You care to elaborate on that?
And Javius. And Javius. Who else met me out there? Everyone that met me, they pulled up to the tailgate. Listen, nothing but hospitality out there. They know how it goes out there, man. Y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? We got the music, food, drinks.
Yeah. Hey, true Finns fan. You heard Tony. He mentioned
tailgate. I'm not. I'm tailgating. Yeah, and I'm not going to the game, Jay. I literally said I'm plugged in at the tailgate. So yes.
hey, true Finn fan. You heard how Tony said all these people that met him at the tailgate, right? And he failed to mention me.
I also homeboy. Met him. I said the homeboy.
yeah. No. Well, I'm just trying to tell.
Oh, you know what? I forgot your other homeboy, Batman. Yeah, Batman too.
Well, I don't know who the other homeboy is.
Grumpy, my dog, Grumpy. Well, yeah. Grumpy pulled up on me at the club. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I'm just saying, I met you also at the tailgate. I
don't know nothing about that.
And all I'm saying to true Finn fan is there's one thing, and this is for everybody that hasn't met Tony yet. If you go to Tony's tailgate, you don't have to bring nothing. I will say that you definitely don't have to bring nothing. But if you do, right? I just want to tell y'all right now, do not bring ketchup and mustard. That man has all packs on deck, dog. You know what I'm saying? For all the hot dogs and the sliders. And you know, he has all that, man. Packs on deck, man.
Listen, man. That is a fact, man. Listen. This year, hey, man, and Travis, I will be outside bringing that TV. If I do, I would. Hey, listen, we're going to be able to live stream from out there now. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be able to bring them games to y'all on Sunday. So, yeah, y'all lay around for it. We got a lot coming for y'all. Now that we had a little bit more leeway, he said, all right, cool, extra ketchup and mustard.
That man has them packs on deck, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, man. So, listen, man, appreciate y'all. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. We will see y'all on Friday, 7:30-ish. Yeah, man, we might have some, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, lay around. You might have some news coming. Yes, I'm trying to make it my business to make that trip on Trey. I'm trying to. So you know what I'm saying? Like we went out to Texas and Grumpy had a tailgate. You know what I'm saying? We went out to Washington. You know what I'm saying? The homegirl and her people had a tailgate out there. We all pulled up out there. Everywhere we go, bro. Hey, if it's double fans out there, we post up and tailgate. That's what we do. Now we didn't tailgate at Seattle. Well, we did. I'm sorry. Yes, we did, Kelvin. We were tailgate, but it's because you tailgate at bars at Seattle. So that was like, oh, Sean, we made that trip, my boy. You know what, Sean? It's not this season. I think it's because this season is the last season of them in a new stadium. So we are planning on going the following season when they open that new stadium up.
You know what? I know we're, as the unit, as the Blitz pickup, we're waiting to go to the new stadium. I might have to make an appearance, though, because I know Tone and Alex have already been to Highmark Stadium. I might have to go to the last season, though, because I haven't been there.
Hey, Lou, we can put that together, too, now, Lou. Hey.
So, yeah, well, again, I do want to go visit the homie Sean a little bit, too, man. I heard, supposedly, Sean is the king out there in like, upper New York area.
Okay, so, Gameboy 305. I see you. I see you put this 100 times. We ain't gonna forget about the ladies. Shout out to the ladies of the community, Jess, Nene, and Finsanity. You already know. Shout out to the female. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Miss Fins as well.
Miss Fins, you gonna forget Miss Fins? She right in the chat. Miss Fins, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know if I criticize, I gotta let y'all know to go over there, like and subscribe at Miss Fins channel. Check her out. He said, "King everywhere I go."
Well, real quick, Tone. Right? He says, "King everywhere I go," and I can promise you, well, not everywhere, because I caught that boy the other day, Tone, on YouTube. I don't know if I told you.
Yeah, you told me. I heard you in his face.
And that boy was trash over there. He's a lot better on Twitter, because on YouTube, I don't know if he was gun shy or I don't know what it was, but hey, he wasn't pulling the trigger like he pulls the trigger on Twitter, man. But.
Oh, Jen says she put on the Buffalo too now. He said that's cap. Hey, listen, man.
Hey, don't be using my words, goddammit.
Again, man, we appreciate y'all, man. We up out of here. See y'all on Friday, 7:30 is. Oh, Shake said he'll out there at Skidmore Stadium. But yeah, man,
Shake,
we'll see y'all.
We'll be in touch.
That's a fact. Yeah, peace out, man.
Hey, peace.
I'm